Okay, so for today, we will just want a non-slippery surface, and then later we will use a chair if you want
Okay.
to have a chair.
All
Just
right. Let me
tie
get
it
my
all
tip.
up. Okay,
Okay.
yay. It's actually stormy here. We're
Oh,
getting
really?
thunder and rain. Yeah, it's cool.
We need the rain.
Oh, I know, we did too. It was getting hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna start with some foundations today. So you can do your feet together or a little bit apart is fine too. And then a slight bend in your knees. And then press through the mound of your big toes, the mounds, and spread your toes wide. Try and spread all 10 toes wide. Your pinkies, toes. And then also try and extend through your toe tips, pretending like your toes are growing longer. And that's going to activate the nervous system and the whole body. And then
Mhm.
gently straighten your legs by lifting your kneecaps up or engaging the muscles. So engage the muscle to the bone. And we're not hyperextending ever, but we do have a really um, just strength in your legs. Your legs are like a pillar. And then we're going to activate the core by imagining that you're drawing your legs through the floor, like you have deep, deep roots. And that's going to start to lengthen the muscles of your spine, your side waist. And imagine that your tailbone, the very base of your spine, is drawing straight down towards the floor, lengthening, elongating, extending. And as that tailbone lengthens, your legs engage even more, muscle to the bone, equal weight in your feet. Yep. Front of the thighs reaching to the back of the room. Now the heart is lifting upwards and forwards at that 60-degree angle. And we're extending, lengthening out the top of the head. Reach through the top of the head. And again, connect to those feet, toes spreading, feet wide, like the bottoms of your feet are spreading wide. And reaching through the floor, tailbone descending, heart lifting, shoulders rolling down and back. And that's our true nature. That's our natural space to be. Shoulders down, heart open. But we definitely have to retrain it and really work for it.
Mm.
And then your sacrum is reaching to the front of the room, and your thighs are reaching to the back of the room. And all of this is working those inner spine muscles. And it's going to help us make space between all the joints of our spine. And when we have space, we have circulation, we have blood flow, we have nutrients. And then also it creates that stability and that structure from those muscles stabilizing and holding that space. And again, it just takes practice and long timings, awareness, bringing this in throughout your day, whether you're sitting or standing. Good. And we're holding this a little bit longer because we're going deeper and deeper and deeper into that awareness, into those subtleties, into those inner micro adjustments that happen. Keep extending through the top of the head. And now go ahead and take your palms wide, palms facing forward, facing towards the front of the room. Yeah. And we want to bring so much life force and energy into those palms. Never really think about how amazing our hands are and all the things that we do with them, right? So
Mm.
really extend, spread wide across the palm. That's going to bring that circulation, that blood flow. We're bringing life into these palms, and you can just peek down at your palms. Maybe you see a lot more circulation in the areas that are more red or have more blood flow. And then the areas that are more pale, those are the areas that are not getting as much blood flow. So we want to keep expanding and extending until we start to get blood flow into those areas. Navel towards the spine. Keep going, keep going. Sacrum towards the front of the room. Keep going, keep going. Now we're closer and closer to that center, to that elongation of the spine. And imagine that the southern tips of your scapulas are reaching to the front of the room. Keep going with that action. Southern tips of the scapulas reaching to the front of the room. And now our collarbones are spreading wide, reaching towards the edges of the room. And you'll feel all of this with the subtle shifts internally. And the neck starts to lengthen. Sometimes the spine just releases and it feels like we get an extra inch. Good. And then we got to remember to breathe. So smooth, deep breath in and out through your nose. Good. And now we're going to translate this awareness into our legs spread wide. So we're going to kick those heels out, pigeon toe, spread the legs wide. Same but different, right? Okay. And try and get your feet level so the toes are on the same plane. And imagine that your weight is going onto the outside edges of your feet. So you're lifting your inner arches up towards the ceiling. And the knee joint's going to start to open and expand and release. And keep going with that action. Keep trying to get more weight on the outside edge of your feet. Good. Those legs are wide. And now we're drawing the navel to the center spine. And that's going to help activate the right and the left side of the spine. And then again, that tailbone is drawing straight down towards the floor. And again, it's very subtle micro adjustments that are happening internally. And your body just starts to remember its true home. It's that north node. It starts to unwind. It starts to let go. It starts to align. And again, we're remembering that weight on the outside edges of our feet. And our arches lifting. And now we're going to open the backs of the thighs. So your inner groin is releasing towards the back thigh. Back thigh is releasing towards the outer hip. Outer hip is releasing towards the inner groin. And again, opening those back thighs. And then it's layered, right? So we're opening the back thigh, yet we're drawing the tailbone straight down. And those are two opposing actions. They're hard to do at the same time. Tailbone descending. Backs of the thighs opening. And you may notice a lengthening coming through the lower back and throughout the spine. Backs of the thighs opening. Tailbone descending. Front of your thigh reaching to the back of the room. And keep going with that motion, that action. Front of the thigh to the back of the room. Equal pressure on your feet. Pressure on the outside edges. Imagine that you're spreading the floorboard wide. That's going to tone in through the hips and through the legs and through the ligament attachments. Good. And we're going to inhale our arms up overhead. Beautiful. Reaching those arms up, and we're trying to get the arms straight. Trying to, move through. Reach to your fingertips. Extend through your fingertips. And again, tailbone descending long. Front of the thigh reaching to the back of the room. Sacrum reaching to the front of the room. Face soft. Brow soft. Jaw is soft and released. Temples are softening. Neutral smile. And just breathing through your nose. And reach to the center top of the head. And reach through, pulling down towards the floor with that tailbone. So you're going in both directions, towards the floor and towards the ceiling at the same time. And exhale. Palms are facing towards the ceiling. Rolling those thumbs down and back behind you. Ooh, the thunder is here. I love thunder. Good, and keep rolling those thumbs back behind you so we can get into the shoulders. And again, we're getting that weight on the outside edges of our feet. Lengthen the spine and exhale the arms down. This time we're gonna turn our right foot towards the edge of the room. And you can make your stance a little bit wider if you want to. Try and align that center heel with the center arch. Good. And then inhale, take those arms nice and wide. And then exhale, we're gonna reach towards the right, grounding that back foot. And when you can't reach anymore, drop that hand down to your shin. Good. And then we're going to exhale, twist the belly button up towards the ceiling. Twist the chest towards the ceiling. This is like a huge spinal realignment and adjustment. It's like a chiropractic adjustment from within, from inside. But then it's also working on those stabilizing muscles to hold things in place. So we want things to be aligned, but we also want them to be strong. And that front leg is getting an external rotation. And then the back leg is getting an internal rotation. And again, the legs are strong, lifting the kneecaps, engaging the muscle to the bone. Extend and reach out the top of the head. Lengthen the side waist even more. And exhale the left arm up towards the ceiling. And you can look up or straight ahead. Smooth breathing. Have that weight on the outside edge of your back foot. And then exhale, press in the back foot to come up. Good. Squaring your feet. Now we're going to do side B. Left foot is pointing towards the side of the room. Kick the back heel out. Inhale, take those arms wide. Heart is lifting upwards and forwards. You're grounding your weight into the back edge, outside edge of your back foot. And then exhale, reach with that left arm. Reach, 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 reach. Lengthen the side waist. Drop the hand to the shin. Exhale, roll, rotate from the base of the spine towards the ceiling. Rotating that belly button towards the ceiling, the chest towards the ceiling. And again, that twist is really coming from the base of the spine, the lowest portion of the spine. And your weight is on that outside edge of the back foot. Soften the throat, soften the face. Working all of those stabilizing muscles in the legs and the spine. Smooth breathing. Again, this is one we want to hold a little bit longer so we can access those areas we don't normally. Front leg is externally rotating. Back leg is internally rotating. Lengthen the side waist, reach to the top of the head. Exhale, take that arm up if your balance is good. And then you can look up or straight ahead. And again, we're gonna feel this through the whole body. This can really work out the neck, work out any stiffness. Look for the entire spine. And that harmony between the whole body, right? Because the muscles in our legs actually impact that integrity of the spine. So we're working everything together. And then exhale, press into the back leg to come up. Ooh, that goes deep. Square the feet. Okay, we're gonna do side A again, just because the repetition brings us so much deeper. It feels like a different pose oftentimes. So that right foot is gonna turn towards the edge of the room. Kick the back heel out. Find that balance. Inhale the arms up. Imagine that your collarbones are spreading right wide and reaching through your fingertips. Expand. Pretend that your fingertips could touch both edges of the room. Heart is lifting upwards and forwards. Exhale, reach with that right arm until you can't reach anymore, dropping it to the shin. And then we're getting that twist from the very base of the spine, belly button rotating towards the ceiling, chest rotating towards the ceiling. Press into the outside edge of your back foot. Muscles engaging to the bone in your legs. And external rotation of that front leg. Internal rotation of that back leg. Soften the face, soften the breath, soften the throat. And reach and extend out the top center of the head. Lengthening the side waist more, lengthening the spine more. And then again, ground into the outside edge of your back foot and twist from the very base of the spine. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of moving parts. And then exhale, press into that back leg to come up. Good. Doing good? And then switch. Left leg pointing towards the edge of the room. Inhale those arms up. Imagine that your fingertips are reaching the side of the room. Lengthen the spine, lift the heart upwards and forwards. Draw the tailbone downwards. Exhale, reach. Extend, lengthen. Good. And dropping that hand to the shin. How you doing? Good? Perfect. And then we're getting that external rotation of the front leg, internal rotation of the back leg. external rotation of your arms. And then exhale the right hand up if the balance is good. And looking up if you can. And you're getting that deep, deep twist from the base of the spine. Twist, 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 twist up towards the ceiling. Ground your back foot. And then exhale, press downward to come upward. Oh yeah. Okay, good job. Feel it full body? Cool. Okay, so for this next one, we can use those chairs. And this is kind of the evolution of this. And the back of the chair is actually going to be supportive. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So the back of the chair can be facing the front of the room. Yes. Okay. And then we're gonna, let's see. Yeah. And then we're gonna place, you're gonna have your right foot facing towards the wall. Place that right elbow down. And then, good. And then you can play with it, but if that right leg is feeling real stable, then you bring that left leg up. And the chair just acts as a support so that we're sturdy, we're strong. So our weight is in that left hand on the top of the chair and in our right elbow. And now the standing leg, the right leg, is getting an external rotation, which is getting deep into the hips. And then the left leg that's in the air is getting an internal rotation, opening the back thigh. And as you can tell, this gets so deeply into the glute muscles, into the muscles that stabilize the spine, into the hips. And you are softening into this pose, even though it's a very active pose. So imagine that your left leg that's in the air is extending, reaching through the wall, lifting towards the ceiling. And just pretend that it's effortless. The right leg that's grounding, your standing leg, it's reaching through the floor. And the face is soft. Yeah, good. And then exhale, gently come on out. And we're just going to move the chair to the other side of the floor or the mat. And now we're going to point the left toes towards the chair. And then that left elbow is going to, and forearm is going to come on the chair. And then the right hand on the top of the chair. And then we're going to exhale. And if it feels good, you're going to bring that right leg up. So the standing leg is getting an external rotation. The right leg in the air is getting an internal rotation. And the leg in the air is reaching towards the wall and reaching towards the ceiling. So your legs are growing longer. Keep getting that external rotation of the standing leg. And again, trying to soften the face but lengthening through the spine, reaching out the top center of the head. And again, even though this was a very active pose, bring a softness to it, an effortlessness to it. And the muscles are engaging to the bone. And exhale, come on down gently. Again, it's going to be a big internal adjustment, big internal shift. And we'll go back to side A to go a little bit deeper this time. So chair to the opposite side. Right toes pointing towards the chair. Right forearm on the chair. Left hand on the top of the chair. And if it's comfortable, bringing that left leg up into the air. And again, we're getting that external rotation of the standing leg. So the inner groin is chasing towards the outer hip. And then internal rotation in the leg that's in the air. So the outer hip is chasing towards the inner groin. And then your navel still is twisting up towards the ceiling. Your chair is supporting you. And then you're lengthening, making more space in the spine. Tailbone is extending towards your heel of your leg in the air. Reaching out the top of the head. Smooth breathing. And bringing the front rib to the back of the room. And raising the leg that's in the air even higher. Again, even though this is a active pose, you're bringing that grace, that softness, that ease to it. And exhale, come on up. Again, that'll take you deeper than the first time. Good job. Chair to the opposite side. Left foot pointing towards the chair. Left forearm on the chair where you sit. Right hand on the top of the chair. Bringing that right leg up. Your standing leg is getting that external rotation. Your leg that's in the air is getting the internal rotation, so the hip towards the groin. And through the leg that's in the air, you're going to lengthen the spine. Reach through the leg that's in the air. Press through the mound of the big toe. Spread the toes wide. Lengthen the spine by lengthening the legs. Make space in the spine by strengthening the legs. Smooth, soft breathing. Bring that ease. And continue to lift the leg that's in the air up higher. And exhale gently, gently. Come on out, come on up. All right. Okay, so we got through our active poses of the day. Now we're going to go into more restorative. Okay, so this time coming to the floor. And we're going to come into that child's pose. So you can do the knees wide, then you can draw yourself forwards, and that center forehead is on the floor. And just start with a relaxing restorative pose, a passive pose. This one's really great for taking whatever adjustments you just created in your body and integrating them. Balancing the right and the left side of the body, the right and the left side of the brain. And again, here you're just letting your body surrender, your mind surrender. Coming to that inner stillness. And then exhale, press downwards to come upwards. And if you have a pillow or a cushion, go ahead and grab it. Good. We're just gonna go ahead and prop ourselves up. Layla's talking in the background. I don't know if you can hear. Okay, so we're just gonna find those two sit bones. And that's how we're gonna lengthen our spine. So imagine the right sit bone, the left sit bone. You're rolling onto the front of your sit bones and you're reaching through your bolster or your pillow. And the sit bones are also releasing, spreading wide. Good. And then take that to find new length and spaciousness in your spine, reaching all the way out the top of your head. And everything is moving towards the center, towards the spine. So keep finding that length, and that will happen naturally. And again, those southern tips of your scapulas are reaching to the front of the room. So the heart is going to open. And again, by reaching out the center top of the head, we're going to lengthen both sides of the neck equally. Good. And just through this inner lift that we're getting, this lengthening of the spine, so much internal strength is happening. There's toning of the spine, there's activation of the muscles, there's a gentle toning of the organs. And we have that equal weight in our right sit bone and our left sit bone. Palms can be facing up. Good. And then we're just going to switch the crossings of the legs. So bring the opposite leg forward and front. It'll feel different. It'll feel weird. And then same thing. Just see if you can get that equal balance on your sit bones. Equal balance on the right and the left. It's going to feel very different on this side, on side B, because it's usually the side we don't do as much. And then extend, lengthen through the top of the head. And lifting that heart upwards and forwards, rolling your shoulders down the back. Armpit, chest rolling towards the top shoulders rolling down the back. Spread the collarbones wide so that we can make more space in our chest to get more oxygen into our lungs. And we're just going to do a tiny bit of breath work. So go ahead and imagine your rib cage is in 4 quadrants, and you can feel these quadrants with your hands to help get it into your body. So there's the lower quarter of your rib cage. Go ahead and trace that with your hands. The lower quarter of the rib cage, the second quarter of the rib cage, the third quarter, and then the top quarter is all the way up to the top shoulders. So we're going to start with the bottom quarter of the rib cage, the second, the third, and the fourth on our inhalation, and then just a regular exhalation. So let's go ahead and try. Inhale, first quarter, that 360-degree breath. Second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Pause. And exhale. And let's try that again. Inhale, bottom, first quarter. Second quarter, inhale through your nose. Third quarter, inhale through your nose. Fourth quarter, inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. 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 Exhale through your nose. Okay, now we're going to do a regular inhalation to the top of your lungs. And then we're going to exhale top quarter. Exhale second quarter. Exhale third quarter. Exhale fourth quarter. So normal breathing for a minute. Second. Okay, inhale to the top of your breath. Exhale top quarter. Exhale second quarter. Third. Bottom quarter. Exhale. Normal inhale. Good. Normal breathing. Same thing. Inhale to the top of your breath. Exhale top quarter. Second quarter. Third quarter. Exhale through your nose. Fourth quarter. Exhale. Inhale normal. Regular breathing. Okay, inhale full breath. Exhale. 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 Regular breathing. And that actually does really deep work on the nervous system. So just sit in stillness for a moment. Eyes can be closed. Center brow is soft. Soften your throat. Soften the lips. The jaw. Soften the side temples like they're opening like horse's eyes. Soften the shoulders. Soften the belly. Soften the pelvis. And just focus on normal breathing. Few more deep breaths here. Smooth inhalation through your nose. Smooth exhalation through your nose. And then bring the palms together, representing the right side and the left side of the brain, that holistic brain. And then your chin can drop slightly towards your heart, symbolizing surrendering the ego, the head, to the heart, to the true self. Take that nice deep inhalation and bring it throughout your whole spine. Lengthen, get taller. And exhale all the way. Yay, thank you so much for the practice today. Yay. Just what I needed. Okay. How you feeling? How's your nervous system?
Oh, good. Yeah.
Do you feel like you just woke up from a nap?
Stuart's already napping here.
You look so fresh and cute, Stuart.
No, that was good. That was good stretching. I can tell, what lack of sleep will do to you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure.
And plus I think because I couldn't get comfortable, I'd on this side, then that side, and then on my back, and then I mean, it was just like a
Yeah.
crazy.
Hard to
So yeah,
sleep.
no, you unloosened all of the stuff that did that last night, I guess.
Good, good, good. Was the chair one hard or how was that one for you?
Not too bad.
Good.
My
Awesome.
left leg is always more of a challenge because of the lymphedema.
Yep.
But yeah,
Working it out. Good.
but yeah, I do, I push it to as much as I can,
Yeah. Perfect. Good job.
without getting into a cramp or anything. But yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So,
Awesome. Well, good work today. And I hope you
well,
get
thank
better,
you.
better
Yeah.
sleep tonight.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. It's been so hot here. It's still, well, yeah, it's still 91 here, but
Oh,
the humidity has just been crazy.
oh,
I mean, you walk out, it's like a plate glass window hit you in the head.
oh, man. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
whole other
yeah.
level. Makes it
So it's
hot.
been too hot for my, 83-year-old neighbor to be walking. Although one night, I think it was 2 nights ago, I didn't hear from her. Because she'll usually text me and say, uh, "Are you walking tonight?" And then she'll say, What time is good?" And I didn't hear from her, so I have a grounding mat, so I do my grounding mat with my feet for like a half an hour. And then
Great.
I do my lymphedema press on both legs for an hour.
Good. That's awesome.
So I'm like 15 minutes into the leg press machine and she sends me a message. I'm thinking about walking at 9. Are you interested? And I was like, no, not really. But I don't like to do my legs and then go walking. I usually do them just right before bed,
Okay.
whatever. So, but I said, but if you're going to walk at 9, I will walk with you. And she's, oh no, I mean, I've got my walker and I've got my emergency, button or whatever. So
So
I don't
sweet.
know whether she ended up walking or not because she hasn't really been feeling that great for the last few days. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You two are the sweetest.
So, yeah.
Yay. Well, good work. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, and I'll send you that guy's name. Yeah.
Yeah, please do. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it. And
yeah.
I'll see you next week.
Huh. Give
Mwah.
me
Thanks
the
so much.
kisses.
I will. Yay.
Okay. All
Thanks.
right. Yep. Thank you.
Bye.